lovely to see you all. It's been such a long time since you've been at school and that we've seen you all that I thought it would be really lovely if I did my usual assembly with you. But I haven't got my friend Jeffrey with me today because he's at school. So I have found another friend for you, and this is my friend Gerald. Yes, Gerald, there are lots of children watching you today. Are you going to say hi? Hi, children. Now, Gerald, he says he's been feeling a little bit funny. He says it's really strange that I'm at home all day, and why aren't I going to school? I've tried to explain to him, but it's really tricky, isn't it? Because lots of people keep talking about why we're stuck at home. And do you know, Gerald, I have found an amazing story that was written by a lovely nurse who works in a hospital all about why we are all staying safe and cared for at home. So I'm going to read you that lovely story now, and then Gerald and I will come back and see you. Okay, now are you sitting really beautifully? You think they are, Gerald? Okay, that's good. And are you really ready to listen? Gerald thinks you look ready to listen. Right, then I will start my story. See you in a minute.
Dave the dog is worried about coronavirus, a Nurse Dotty book. There was once an owl called Dotty, a nurse with a uniform all spotty. She works in the hospital up the hill, looking after all the children who are ill. Near to Dotty there lives a dog called Dave, who every morning gives Nurse Dotty a wave. But this morning Dave doesn't have his normal big grin because there is something really worrying him. There has been talk about coronavirus everywhere, and hearing about it is giving Dave a big scare. It's on the TV, at home and school every day. Dave is worried that everything won't be okay. Dave is anxious and Nurse Dotty can see that, so she decides to stop for a chat. There are lots of different and scary things being said, so Nurse Dotty wants to make sure Dave knows the truth instead. Nurse Dotty tells Dave that coronavirus is an illness that some people will get, but that most people will not get really poorly from it. For most it's like a cold or flu they might get when it's colder, but we should be careful to protect ourselves and those who are unwell or older. Dave asks if it's true that someone has it if they're coughing a lot. Nurse Dotty says coughing is a symptom, but it might not be coronavirus they have got. Coronavirus, they may get a fever and be a bit short of breath too, but these things are also symptoms of a cold or flu. Nurse Dotty said washing his hands is the most important thing Dave should do. It should be for at least 20 seconds or singing happy birthday twice through. This will help to try stop him from getting coronavirus himself, and it's a way that Dave can help to protect everybody else. To be safe, if Dave gets poorly, he will have to stay at home, but his family would stay with him, so he wouldn't be alone. He's been near others who are poorly, then he will stay home then too. There will be plenty of food and lots of games and things to do. Many things have been cancelled and Dave will not be able to go on holiday. Also, he might not see people he normally does, as at home they may need to stay. Some schools and shops have also closed to stop lots of people being all together, but just for now, to keep people safe, it will not be forever. Dave has a grandma and he knows she is a little bit old. He's worried because coronavirus is more dangerous for her, he has been told. Nurse Dotty says that it may make her more poorly than it would him or his sister, but that is why she will stay home and they will take what she needs to her. If he gets coronavirus, Dave asks, will he need to visit Nurse Dotty at the hospital? Nurse Dotty explains that no, that's not the case at all. If he is poorly, then home is the best place for him to stay. Unless he needs some help, only then would to hospital he make his way. Nurse Dotty explains that on TV and everywhere people will say lots of things, but no matter what Dave hears, we are ready for what coronavirus brings. To keep everyone safe is the reason that there are all these plans. All Dave needs to do is stay calm and remember to wash his hands. Now Dave knows the truth, he is no longer scared. He knows what to do to keep himself prepared. He knows to keep washing his hands, and if poorly at home he has to stay. But most of all, now he knows he is going to be okay.
So we're back again. How was the story, Gerald? He says he really understands now why he's got to stay home and why he needs to be safe and cared for, so that we try and make sure that nobody becomes poorly. Well done, Gerald. So, as much as we are missing you children, we hope that you are all safe and that you're all looking after each other at home, and that you're being really good for your mummies and daddies and all the grown-ups that are looking after you. And maybe you're doing some of your learning at home. That would be brilliant. But best thing to do is just make sure, keep washing those hands and stay at home, and we will see you really, really soon. And Gerald and I will do another story soon. So it's been lovely to see you all, and we'll see you again soon.